My best friend of 15 years planned her dream wedding while sleeping with my fiancé. I let her finish every detail before I exposed them both in front of everyone. I found the earring 6 weeks before my wedding. Not just any earring, her signature pearl drop that I complimented 100 times. It was half buried in our couch cushions. The couch where my fiancé Jordan claimed he'd been sleeping when I was visiting my mom. The couch where Angela supposedly crashed after our joint bachelorette party planning session. Angela and I had been inseparable since high school. We made those ridiculous blood sister pacts, shared every secret, cried on each other's shoulders through breakups. When Jordan proposed 2 years ago, Angela squealed louder than I did. She hugged me tight and whispered how she'd been manifesting this for me. I believed her. I believed everything. When Jordan suggested Angela be my maid of honor, it felt right. When Angela insisted on planning everything, from my bridal shower to the honeymoon details, I felt lucky. When they started texting about wedding plans without including me, I felt grateful they were bonding. I was so pathetically blind. The signs were always there. Angela canceling our dress shopping but somehow knowing which style would look best on me. Jordan working late on Thursdays when Angela had her self-care evenings. The inside jokes they shared that I wasn't part of. The way they both pushed for a longer engagement to make everything perfect. 2 years of planning while they planned something else entirely. After finding the earring, I didn't confront them. Instead, I watched. I installed a recording app on my laptop and left it running when I went to bed early with a migraine. I heard them in our kitchen, laughing about how stressed I was about centerpieces while they discussed positions on our dining table, the table where we'd had Sunday dinners with my parents. I showed up to every cake tasting, nodded at every suggestion, smiled in every photo. I let Angela pick the venue, a beautiful historic mansion that she'd always dreamed of getting married in. I let her choose my dress, the one she said made my waist look smallest. I let her invite Torin and Tracy, friends I barely knew but she insisted. Made the perfect wedding party balance. I said yes to everything while dying inside. Eddie, my brother, noticed something was wrong. He cornered me at the rehearsal dinner, concerned about my mechanical smiles. I almost broke down and told him everything, but Angela swooped in, arm linked with Jordan's, gushing about the perfect weather forecast for tomorrow. The forecast she'd been checking obsessively because tomorrow wasn't just my wedding day. It was her moment too, just not the moment she expected. The morning of the wedding, Angela helped me dress, pinning my hair exactly how she wanted it. She kept saying how this day was everything she'd imagined. Not everything I'd imagined, everything she had imagined. I nodded and thanked her for being such an amazing friend. She hugged me and said some best friends were more like sisters. I smiled and thought about how some sisters were more like Judas. 200 guests filled that historic mansion. Angela had insisted on the expanded guest list. My parents had remortgaged their house to afford it. Jordan's family flew in from across the country. Angela's parents beamed at her from the front row, probably wondering when it would be their daughter's turn. If only they knew. The ceremony started exactly as planned. I walked down the aisle on my father's arm toward Jordan, who looked nervous but happy. Angela stood proudly beside where I would stand, bouquet clutched tight, wearing the dress she'd chosen for herself. When the minister asked if anyone had reason to object, I turned to face our guests. My hands weren't shaking anymore. I'd been silent for 6 weeks. Now, it was my moment. I have an objection, I announced. I object to being the only person in this room who doesn't know they're attending Angela and Jordan's wedding. I pulled out the evidence folder I'd hidden beneath my bouquet. For 2 years, my maid of honor and my fiancé have been sleeping together behind my back while planning their dream wedding using my parents' money. I strode to Angela's parents, handing them screenshots of messages. Your daughter called me pathetic while sleeping with my fiancé in our bed. Then to Jordan's mother. Your son discussed how they'd continue their affair after our marriage. Jordan lunged forward. This is insane. You're overreacting. Overreacting. I was screaming now, tearing off the veil Angela had chosen. Is this overreacting? I projected their intimate photos onto the wall using the wedding slideshow equipment. Angela's unmistakable pearl earrings visible in several shots. The timestamps matching nights I'd been told they were finalizing wedding details. Angela collapsed to her knees, mascara flooding down her face. You weren't supposed to find out? I cut her off. That was the plan, wasn't it? Keep stupid, trusting me in the dark while you built your perfect life? I threw my bouquet directly at her feet. Congratulations, you caught it. He's all yours. Along with the bill for the spectacle, the shame you'll never escape, and the knowledge that everyone knows exactly who you both really are. I grabbed Eddie's arm and walked back down the aisle. Behind me, chaos erupted. Jordan's father shoving him, Angela's mother wailing, guests storming out or crowding forward for details.